Yo, hoop fans, your sideline sage, Tips and Streams, is lacing up once again. On deck, deep dives into the freshest NBA clashes, ready to set the planks ablaze. But before we jump the ball, be sure to hammer that subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep hooked with our sharp forecasts and prime selections. All right, let's bounce into today's NBA Crystal Ball reads. The first prediction is for the matchup between Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls. The Detroit Pistons are hustling to snap their cold spell as they clash with the Chicago Bulls. The Motor City crew, despite their skid, have been upping their game on both sides of the hardwood. They've been beating the spread in back-to-back showdowns. Defensively, they're holding teams to 113.7 points a night, just a smidge better than the Bulls' 113.9. On the glass, Detroit's owning the boards, allowing only 41.5 rebounds per game, showing up Chicago's 48.3. When it comes to putting points on the board, it's a neck-and-neck race. Detroit's racking up 109.9 points each game, while Chicago's just a step behind at 108.9. But Detroit's got the upper hand in shooting, nailing 46.5% from the field, outshooting Chicago's 44.7%. Defensively, the Pistons are mid-tier, letting opponents score an average of 113.7 points. The Bulls are in a similar boat, giving up 113.9 points. Despite Detroit's tough run, they've been turning a corner and covering the spread in their recent matches. They're outperforming the Bulls in key stats. Chicago's been slipping on the spread, missing it in 7 out of their last 9. I'm leaning towards the Pistons. Their recent upswing and the Bulls' shaky play give them the advantage. My pick, Detroit Pistons to cover the minus 6.5 point spread. The next prediction is for the match between Denver Nuggets and Houston Rockets. The Denver Nuggets are clashing with the Houston Rockets in a showdown that's set to light up the court. Denver's on a hot streak with an 8-1 record, ruling the court with top-notch playmaking, ranking second in the league for dishing out assists and dropping an impressive 116.0 points a game. Nikola Jokic, Denver's sharpshooter, is tearing up defenses, having racked up an impressive 35 points in the recent skirmish with the Warriors. The Nuggets' defense is nothing to scoff at, either, snatching 1 turnovers per game and holding teams to just 106.0 points, the third stingiest in the league. The Rockets, sitting at 5-3, are riding the wave of a 5-game win streak. They've been scorching the nets, averaging 111.5 points per game and shooting at a solid 48.7%. Jalen Green's been a major player, dropping 28 points on the Lakers, showcasing their offensive firepower. Injury-wise, the Nuggets are hitting the floor without Jamal Murray, and the Rockets are down Amin Thompson due to an ankle snag. Despite the Rockets' grit, Denver's statistical dominance, especially in point differential and defensive strength, puts them ahead in this battle. The Rockets have the home court and are in fine form. But weighing all these factors, Denver's looking like the team to bet on. Roll with the Denver Nuggets, giving up 4 points. The next prediction is for the match between Dallas Mavericks and New Orleans Pelicans. The Dallas Mavericks are set to face the New Orleans Pelicans in what promises to be a high-octane clash. The Mavericks, boasting a 7-2 record, have been on a roll, winning 7 of their last 9 games. Their recent demolition of the Clippers, led by Luka Doncic's phenomenal 44 points, highlights their offensive firepower. Dallas excels from beyond the arc, leading the league with 17.2 three-pointers per game at an impressive 40.3% shooting. They average a staggering 122.8 points per game, the second highest in the NBA, though their defense lags at 23rd in the league, conceding 116.9 points per game. Conversely, the Pelicans, with a 4-5 record, are looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Despite a strong showing from Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, their recent narrow loss to the Rockets underlines their current struggles. The Pelicans are capable of an upset, especially with their home advantage, but they'll need to overcome their recent form and potential absences due to injuries. Statistically, the Mavericks have the edge. They've been stronger against the spread, with a 5-4-0 record compared to the Pelicans' 4-5-0. Dallas's games have tended to go over the total, doing so 77.8% of the time this season, more often than New Orleans games. However, this matchup's high over-under of 233 points is above both teams' combined average, suggesting a closer contest. The Mavericks' offensive prowess and their strong record as favorites contrast sharply with the Pelicans' recent struggles. Expect Dallas to extend their winning ways and cover the spread in a game that might just fall under the total. Play Dallas Mavericks -2. The next prediction is for the match between Miami Heat and San Antonio Spurs. The Miami Heat, currently on a 4-game winning streak, are gearing up to face the San Antonio Spurs. Despite their recent road game struggles, the Heat have been showing formidable performance, averaging 108.6 points on 45.9% shooting, with key players like Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo leading the charge. The Heat's shooting accuracy from beyond the arc stands at 37.3%, coupled with an impressive 83.5% from the free throw line. However, they are allowing opponents to shoot 37.1% from three-point range. The San Antonio Spurs, on the other hand, are in a slump, having lost their last 4 games and struggling at home. They're averaging 113 points on 47.4% shooting, but are allowing a high 124.9 points on 50.4% shooting to their opponents. Despite decent performances from Victor Wembanyama and Devin Vassell, the team's defensive shortcomings, especially their 40.6% allowance from beyond the arc, are notable. Considering the performance metrics, particularly field goal percentages and defensive rebounding, the Miami Heat have the edge, even with the potential absence of key players like Herro and Butler. Their ability to thrive in challenging situations, coupled with the Spurs' defensive issues, tilts the scale in Miami's favor. The Heat's consistency in scoring and better defensive play, despite the back-to-back game and potential player absences, give them a significant advantage over the struggling Spurs. Expect Miami to continue their winning streak. Take Miami Heat to win. The next prediction is for the match between Oklahoma City Thunder and Phoenix Suns. The showdown between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Phoenix Suns is shaping up to be an intriguing game. The Suns, despite a few stumbles at home, have the advantage of playing on familiar turf. They've been putting up decent numbers on the scoreboard and have a slight edge in rebounding, which could play a key role in this matchup. Kevin Durant's presence on the court is always a game changer, providing both scoring and veteran leadership. The Thunder, on the other hand, have been impressively holding their own. Their offensive game, led by the talents of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is dynamic and can put up a challenge against any team. Their field goal percentage suggests they're efficient with their shots, but they'll need to step up their rebounding game to match the Suns. In terms of betting trends, both teams have had their ups and downs against the spread, but the Suns' struggle to cover at home is noteworthy. This could be a factor if the game is close, as it often has been for them this season. Bringing it all together, it seems like the Suns might have a slight edge, primarily due to their home court and overall team experience. But don't count the Thunder out. Their energy and scoring ability can turn any game around. It's likely to be a closely contested game with the potential for some exciting back-and-forth action. I lean toward the Suns to take advantage of their home court and experience. Play Phoenix Suns -2. The next prediction is for the match between Minnesota Timberwolves and Golden State Warriors. The Timberwolves, on a hot streak with 5 straight wins and a solid 6-2 record, are set to clash with the Warriors, who are holding their own at 6-4. Minnesota's dominating the defensive game, outplaying opponents by over 10 points on average, with a standout plus 181 scoring differential. They're a force on the rebounds too, ranking 3rd in the league, thanks to Rudy Gobert's mastery under the basket. Anthony Edwards is leading the charge offensively, showing off his scoring and playmaking skills. The Warriors are in the mix as well, dropping 114. 4 points per game, powered by Stephen Curry's stellar 30-point average. Their rebound game is strong, sitting at 6th in the NBA. Their prowess from downtown is noteworthy too, sinking 2.4 more trays per game than their rivals. Betting lines have the Warriors as slight 1-point favorites, but their record against the spread at this range is a shaky 2-4. Minnesota's been more reliable against the spread when pegged as underdogs. Looking at this matchup, it's a tight contest. The Timberwolves' defensive tenacity and rebound control could be key, but Curry's scoring wizardry is a game changer for the Warriors. It could all come down to Minnesota's defense versus Golden State's 3-point barrage. On paper, the Timberwolves look stronger, but that's mainly based on their home game performance. They play a different ball game on the road, as seen in their narrow win over a young Spurs squad in San Antonio. My take. It's going to be close, but I'm tilting toward the Warriors, given their home advantage and the Timberwolves' less than stellar away record. Bet on the Golden State Warriors to win here. The last prediction for today is for the match between Portland Trailblazers and Los Angeles Lakers. Portland Trailblazers roll into this showdown with a 3-5 split in their recent 6, showing some grit but needing more. They're holding opponents to a 33.7% clip from downtown and snagging 44.6 boards a game. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Lakers, matching that 3-5 record, are hungry to flip the script after a roller coaster run. The Blazers are in the trenches, their recent rough patch and injury woes putting them in a tight spot. Their shooting hasn't been up to snuff, and missing key players like Henderson and Simmons is hitting them hard. But there's a fire in being the underdog. It's in these hard-nosed moments that a dark horse emerges ready to set the scoreboard ablaze. Their three-point D could be their ace in the hole, a key to keeping the Lakers' charge in check. The Lakers, riding the wave of a recent victory and defending their home court, are brimming with confidence. Their fortress, where the crowd's roar fuels their drive. But there's a twist. LeBron James, their ace, is on the fence. His presence is a game changer, and his absence could sway the game. Still, the Lakers have shown they can unite and carve out victories, even when the odds are against them. As tip-off approaches, brace for a clash of not just talent, but also strategy and determination. The Lakers might be the bookies' pick, but the Blazers pack that wild, all-or-nothing spirit that can flip the script. The Lakers need to hit their stride, a rhythm they've been chasing all season. Nail that, and they could take control. Wrapping it up, I'm betting on the Lakers to use their home court mojo and recent momentum to seal the deal. It's not a walk in the park, though. My call, back the Los Angeles Lakers, clinch it, and beat a 9-point. All right, basketball funds, that's the final horn for today's forecasts. A huge thank you for joining our team. If you're in tune with our selections, hit that subscribe button and become part of our squad. See you on the hardwood tomorrow. Farewell.